Good morning and welcome to another Math with Miss V video. In this video, we'll be looking at how to solve algebraic expressions when we have numbers to substitute. First, let's look at what is an algebraic expression. So McGraw-Hill defines an algebraic expression as an expression consisting of one or more numbers or variables along with one or more arithmetic operations. So an expression is defined as a mathematical combinations of numbers, variables, and operations. An expression must be noted that it is different from an equation because equations have equal signs. So the first example we have here is an expression, okay? It is a combination of numbers, variables, and operations. The other is an example of an equation. It is still a combination of numbers, variables, and operations, but we do have this equal sign. Finally, to solve an algebraic expression, we have to be told what the variable or variables represent. So as an expression exists, we can simplify them, make them easier, but we can't solve them until we know what the variables represent. So let's solve 2x plus 3 if x equals 12. So the first step when we solve is to substitute the numbers for variables. So we have this 2x. We have to think about what operation that is, and that means multiplication. So I'm going to say 2 times 12, because we're replacing our x with 12 plus 3. Okay, our second step is to follow the order of operations. Remember that first is parentheses. We have no parentheses. Second is exponents. We have no exponents in this problem. Third is multiplication or division from left to right. So we do have multiplication, so we will start by multiplying 2 times 12, which gives us 24. Bring down your plus 3. And the final step is our addition or subtraction from left to right. So 24 plus 3 is 27. If you have more questions about the order of operations, I will be posting another video in the near future. And once it is ready, I will provide a link in the description below. So let's continue with more examples of solving. Okay, so our next one, we have 4 times 6x plus 7 plus 9. Let's solve if x equals 3. So to help us out, I'm going to put a times symbol between my 4 and my parentheses. So 6 times 3 plus 7, close my parentheses, plus 9. So order of operations, say everything inside of the parentheses first. And inside of the parentheses, we follow the order of operations. So multiplication before addition. So 6 times 3 is 18 plus 7. I'm going to bring down the rest of my work so I can keep track of the order. I'm still solving parentheses, so 18 plus 7 is 25 times 4 plus 9. Okay, multiplication again before addition, so 4 times 25 is 100 plus 9. 100 plus 9 is 109. Let's look at our next example. Negative 2h minus 7 parentheses 4 plus 6h. And we're going to solve if h is negative 7. So I'm going to have negative 2 times negative 7 minus, I'm going to make my minus larger so I can tell the difference between a subtract and a negative. 7, I'm going to put my times again. Okay, 4 plus 6 times negative 7. Okay, so we're going to begin solving with our parentheses. So multiplication before addition. So 4 plus 6 times 7 is 42. Positive times a negative is a negative. Bring down your parentheses. Bring down all your extra work. I know this seems like a lot of wasted writing, but it does help you keep all of your steps in order. So still parentheses, 4 plus negative 42. Different signs tell us to subtract. So we get 38. We have more negatives. I'm going to say a negative 38. So negative 2 times negative 7. That does not look like a 7. Let's try again. Minus 7 times 38. Okay, we have multiplication, subtraction, multiplication. So multiplication comes before subtraction. So negative 2 times negative 7. 2 times 7 is 14. Negative times a negative makes a positive. Minus 7 times negative 38. Okay, so there's two ways I can think about this. I can think about this as 14 minus whatever 7 times negative 38. Or I can think about my rules for subtraction and I can switch this to plus a negative 7. Okay, either way works. Eventually we just want to think about this as a negative 7 and then write whatever operation in between. So negative 7 times negative 38. 7 times 8 is 56. We're going to put down our 6, carry our 5. 7 times 3 is 21, plus 5 is 26. A negative times a negative makes a positive. So 14 plus 266, 4 plus 6 is 0. Well, 10, carry your 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 6 is 8. Bring down your 2 because there's nothing in the hundreds. And so this expression works out to be 280. We're going to look at a few more just so that you can really get the concept. Our first one still has one variable. We have negative 4 over f plus 3 minus 7f. We're going to solve if f equals negative 2. So negative 4 over f plus, oops, I forgot to replace my f with my negative 2. So let's actually do that. So it's okay to make mistakes in math as long as you catch them and correct them. Okay, so in this problem I have division because every fraction is a division problem, addition, subtraction, and multiplication. So the order of operations tells me that multiplication or division comes before addition or subtraction, and we work from left to right. So whatever I see first on the left, I'm going to solve first. So I see my division first. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. A positive divided by, a negative divided by a positive, good grief. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. I kept trying to give the answer. Okay, so plus 3 minus 7 times negative 2. Again, we can go ahead and do keep, change, change. For this, I recommend putting the negative with the 7 so that we can go ahead and get rid of it. So negative 7 times negative 2. 7 times 2 is 14. Negative times a negative is a positive. So 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 14 gives us a 19 overall. Okay, and our next example, we have negative 6 times c minus 4 plus 8 times d minus 7. So we have two different variables, but thankfully our instructions say solve if c equals 2 and d equals 6. So we have what each variable represents. So you have to pay attention to these. You want to make sure you are writing down the correct number in the correct variable. So 6 times c is 2 minus 4 plus 8 times d is 6 minus 7. Okay, multiplication before addition or subtraction. So negative 6 times 2 is negative 12 minus 4 plus 8 times 6 minus 7. Okay, multiplication, so 8 times 6 is 48, minus 7 plus 4, subtract negative 12. Okay, the order of operations say addition or subtraction from left to right. So we're going to start with our subtraction. So we have negative 12 minus 4. I'm going to use my integer rules and change this to a plus negative. So negative 12 plus negative 4 is negative 16. plus 48 minus 7. Negative 16 plus 48, different signs tell me to subtract. So that would give me 32. I have more positive, so it's a positive 32 minus 7. 32 minus 7 would give me 25. Okay, I have one more example because I want you to see with two variables. So let's work our last example. Okay, our last example, negative n over 4 minus 2 plus 4z if n equals 16 and z equals negative 2. So let's start replacing. So 16 over 4 minus 2 plus 4 times negative 2. Okay, order of operations, say left to right. Division will come before multiplication in this case. So negative 16 divided by 4 is negative 4 minus 2 plus 4 times negative 2. So 4 times 2 is 8. A positive times a negative is a negative. Negative 4 minus 2 plus negative 8. I'm going to change this to plus a negative. So negative 4 times plus negative 2 is negative 6 plus negative 8 would be negative 14. And that's how you solve algebraic expressions if you are given values for your variables using substitution. Thank you for checking out this Math with Miss V video, and I look forward to seeing you in future videos.